In the heart of Port-au-Prince, Haiti, there was once a place meant to serve as a sanctuary, a home for boys who had nowhere else to turn. For more than 2 decades, the St. Joseph's Home for Boys stood as a symbol of hope, offering shelter to orphaned and vulnerable children. At the center of this refuge was Michael Geilenfeld, a man who presented himself as a compassionate missionary with a mission to care for those in need. Yet beneath that public image lay a hidden reality that would later take years to fully understand. In 2024, a federal jury in Miami reached a verdict that reverberated far beyond local boundaries. Michael Geilenfeld, the founder of the orphanage, was found guilty of misconduct that involved the very children he was entrusted to protect. 6 young men, now in their 20s, courageously shared their personal accounts of mistreatment that began during their early childhood, between the ages of 9 and 13. This case was not solely about the actions of one man. It highlighted a broader failure of systems meant to safeguard these children. It led to international investigations, a multi-million-dollar lawsuit, and legal proceedings spanning several countries. Above all, it underscored the strength of survivors who, despite the silence imposed on them for many years, eventually chose to speak out. Welcome to True Crime Files, where we explore stories that challenge our perceptions of trust, power, and justice. Here, we shine a light on the darker corners of human behavior, examining cases that reveal the complexities of legal and moral responsibility, as well as the resilience of those who have suffered. If you are interested in understanding the deeper layers of true crime, from the initial investigations to the eventual pursuit of justice, you are in the right place. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because each week we bring you stories that invite reflection on the nature of trust, authority, and the struggle for accountability. In 1985, Michael Geilenfeld arrived in Port-au-Prince with a vision. He established the St. Joseph's Home for Boys as a haven for children facing extreme hardship, those who were orphaned, impoverished, and particularly vulnerable. To many, Geilenfeld appeared to be a hero, a selfless individual who had left the comforts of his life in the United States to make a difference in Haiti. The orphanage quickly came to symbolize hope in a nation struggling with poverty and uncertainty. Community members, donors, and even government officials admired Geilenfeld's dedication. He passionately recounted his work, often highlighting the rescue of children from life on the streets. His image as a devoted caretaker and reformer remained unchallenged for years. The St. Joseph's Home for Boys became widely recognized as a place where lives were being transformed, offering children a chance at a better future. However, as the years went on, subtle hints began to emerge, rumors that did not align with the cherished image of the kind-hearted caretaker. Over more than 20 years, Geilenfeld maintained a frequent presence between the United States and Haiti, continuing his role as the public face of the organization. He was respected and trusted by many. Yet behind the scenes, a very different reality was unfolding. The boys residing in the orphanage, already marked by hardship, soon found themselves facing another form of distress. The man entrusted to provide them with care and protection was instead engaging in conduct that betrayed that trust. What occurred behind closed doors at the St. Joseph's Home for Boys would later be revealed as a profound betrayal, one that took many years for the truth to come to light. This is where the narrative shifts. While the public saw a caring benefactor, the children experienced something far more troubling. As we continue, you will hear from those who lived through these events and learn how they found the strength to come forward against the person who was meant to be their guardian. For a long time, the reality of life at the St. Joseph's Home for Boys remained concealed. The children, too young to fully grasp the situation and isolated from a broader support network, found it difficult to express what they were experiencing. However, as time passed, the silence began to break. By the early 2010s, initial concerns about Michael Geilenfeld's behavior emerged. Several young men, then in their 20s, began sharing accounts of inappropriate behavior that had occurred during their childhood. These were individuals who had once relied on Geilenfeld's care, and their recollections painted a picture of a pattern of manipulation that went unchecked over many years. Each of these brave individuals recounted how they were led to believe that questioning the authority of a trusted figure was futile. One of them recalled being told, "No one will believe you. You're just a poor Haitian boy." Such remarks served as a constant reminder of the imbalance of power that had silenced him for so long. Despite the deep-seated fear and lingering shame, these survivors found the strength to share their stories. Their testimonies were not only about the distress they experienced, they were a testament to the long struggle for their voices to be acknowledged and for the need to restore dignity in the face of betrayal. As these allegations gained attention, reactions were mixed. Some found it difficult to reconcile the idea of a man long celebrated for his compassion with the actions they described. Others began to question whether the full scope of Geilenfeld's work in Haiti had been accurately portrayed. These claims set off a series of international inquiries. U.S. agencies, including Homeland Security Investigations and the FBI, initiated a detailed examination of Geilenfeld's activities. They discovered that his travels between the United States and Haiti were not solely for charitable purposes, but also provided opportunities for him to engage in unacceptable behavior. For the survivors, the initiation of this investigation marked a turning point. For the first time, their voices were being heard by authorities. Yet, the process also meant revisiting painful memories from their childhoods, a necessary step on the path toward accountability. This case ultimately became a story that spanned international borders, with investigations and legal efforts extending well beyond Haiti. It was a story not just about individual misconduct, but about a broader system that had, for too long, failed to protect those in need. As more details about Michael Geilenfeld's behavior emerged, efforts to hold him responsible began to intensify. The ensuing legal battle was unprecedented, involving multiple jurisdictions and the cooperation of agencies from different countries. In 2014, Geilenfeld was taken into custody in Haiti, a move that initially raised hopes for swift justice. The arrest shocked the local community, as people struggled to reconcile the image of the respected orphanage founder with the troubling allegations now coming to light. Unfortunately, the challenges within the Haitian judicial system, often hampered by issues of corruption and inefficiency, meant that the case could not be effectively pursued there. By the following year, the legal action in Haiti was dismissed, leaving the survivors feeling that their voices had once again been disregarded. Even as the process in Haiti stalled, American authorities were actively gathering evidence. Investigators from Homeland Security and the FBI worked diligently, uncovering patterns that suggested Geilenfeld's travels were part of a calculated effort to take advantage of vulnerable children. In January 2024, Geilenfeld was arrested in Denver, Colorado. This arrest came with clear charges. He was accused of making trips from Miami to Haiti with the intention of engaging in unacceptable conduct with minors. The shift to the U.S. legal system, backed by more robust investigative resources, marked a significant turning point in the case. The subsequent trial was deeply emotional and challenging for all involved. 6 survivors, now grown men, took the stand and recounted the distressing experiences from their youth. Their testimonies painted a vivid portrait of betrayal and the lasting impact of the actions committed by someone they had once trusted implicitly. Each survivor described in their own way how Geilenfeld had used his position of authority to isolate them and impose control. The recollections were marked by memories of deep fear and lingering shame, experiences that, for many years, had remained hidden from public view. The prosecution presented a body of evidence that underscored the severity of the situation. It became apparent that Geilenfeld had exploited his role at the orphanage, gaining access to children in ways that breached the trust placed in him. The case was never simply about one individual's failings. It was also about addressing systemic oversights that allowed such behavior to continue unchecked for far too long. For the survivors, the trial was not only a legal proceeding, but also an opportunity to reclaim their voices and seek the recognition of the suffering they had endured. The pursuit of justice, though fraught with challenges, symbolized a collective stand against abuses of power. After years of intense investigation, legal battles, and heart-wrenching testimony, the case against Michael Geilenfeld reached its conclusion in a federal courtroom in Miami. On a pivotal Thursday night in 2024, the jury delivered its verdict: guilty. Geilenfeld was convicted on multiple counts related to his misconduct with minors, as well as on charges connected to his travels from the United States to Haiti for the purpose of engaging in these actions. For the survivors, this verdict represented a long-awaited acknowledgement of their pain and the courage it had taken to come forward. For law enforcement and prosecutors, it was a hard-fought victory in a case that had spanned years and multiple legal systems. for the public. The judgment served as a sobering reminder of the importance of holding those in positions of trust accountable. As a result of his conviction, Geilenfeld now faces a lengthy prison term, with sentencing scheduled for May 5th. The severity of the potential punishment reflects the serious nature of the offenses, and while the verdict provides a measure of justice, it also leaves many questions about how such situations can be prevented in the future. The St. Joseph's Home for Boys, once a symbol of hope and care, was closed in 2014. The loss of this institution was deeply felt by those who had depended on it, marking the end of an era that was supposed to represent compassion and security. In Haiti, where efforts to achieve justice for all affected have been hampered by a fragile judicial system, many survivors continue to await further legal resolution. The aftermath of Geilenfeld's conviction is complex and far-reaching. For the survivors, the verdict is a significant step toward healing, even though the memories and impact of their experiences will remain with them. Their willingness to speak out has not only brought about legal consequences, but has also sparked broader discussions about oversight in charitable organizations and the need for accountability when trust is betrayed. The story of Michael Geilenfeld and the St. Joseph's Home for Boys is a painful reminder of how a promise of safety and care can be marred by betrayal. It is also a testament to the resilience of those who, despite overwhelming odds, found the strength to confront the truth and demand change. For those who supported the orphanage over the years, this case has prompted a reassessment of the systems that enabled such a tragic chapter. It has highlighted the necessity for improved oversight in organizations entrusted with the care of vulnerable populations, and it calls on all of us to remain vigilant in protecting those who cannot protect themselves. The legal battle against Geilenfeld was long and arduous, beginning with the brave testimonies of individuals who had once been children under his care. Their decision to come forward set in motion an international investigation that ultimately led to a verdict in a U.S. court. Although the wounds inflicted by his actions will take time to heal, the case stands as a powerful example of how truth and perseverance can lead to justice. As we close this chapter, we are left with important questions about how society can better safeguard vulnerable individuals and ensure that trust is never so deeply betrayed again. The legacy of this case is not only found in the legal outcome, but in the collective commitment to protect and support those who have suffered in silence. If you found this story thought-provoking, please like, comment, and subscribe to True Crime Files for more detailed explorations of cases that challenge our understanding of justice and human resilience. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss an update.